The NBA draft lottery is tonight. Where will they put the Pistons? This is Detroit Sports World. My name is Maurice Lewis. The Detroit Pistons need so much work. I don't even know where to start. I do not know where to start. First things first, though, I will start by addressing the issues that they need to work on. And that's defense. Number one is defense. The Pistons couldn't guard anybody in the league. They were so inconsistent. They were so up and down. I mean, Drummond, and I hate to say this, but you're making $130 million, and you're probably one of the worst post defenders in the league. One of the worst. I don't know what happened. It just seems like, he went from being the top 5 center in the league and a couple years ago made the All-Star team, and then next thing you know, bloop. I mean, I love Drummond. And I'll continue to love him, but man, does he need to improve on his defense. He needs to improve on his defense dramatically. Not only that, but he was one of the worst free throw shooters in the league again. And you're getting paid $130 million? There's a lot of things that we need to address. Not just Drummond, but the defense. I mean, easily you could say Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is your best defender. Easily. One of the better two-way players in the league. He's probably going to get paid. Let's be real. But Reggie Jackson, horrible defender. And let's just say this, guys, he was not healthy. He wasn't healthy at all the whole season. He probably came back way too soon from tendonitis surgery in his knee. Who knows if he'll be ever the same again? Who knows? But I hope he gets better. Ish did really good. Being the backup point guard, stepping up and being the starter, I'll take that. But Ish is not a starting point guard. He's a really good backup point guard that can start. Let me go and say this. Tobias Harris was probably one of the most consistent players on our team. We put him on the bench because we didn't know what to do as far as we needed bench power, but we also needed star power too in the starting lineup. So he bounced back from being a starter, being on the bench, being the sixth man. Almost could have won 6 man a year. He's probably not going to win 6 man a year this year. And then going back to being a starter again because we needed him to start. John Lure was a very inconsistent player and lacked defense. Just saying. So we needed a lot of help, man. We needed a lot of help. Marcus Morris, really good player, really good two-way player, but sometimes he was inconsistent. A lot of inconsistencies on this team, guys, and I'll just go to say this. One of my favorite players in Stanley Johnson, I just feel like it was a confidence issue with him. Huge confidence thing. I feel like he had a better rookie year than he did this year. Probably a better rookie year on paper, too. But Stanley Johnson easily could be the next Jimmy Butler. He was supposed to work on his skills last summer and chose to play in the Drew League. Chose to play in recreation leagues instead of working on his game individually. Stan Van Gundy told him not to do the Drew League, not to do these summer leagues, and he did it anyway. So hopefully Stanley Johnson can get back on track because he's supposed to be our star. There's just a lot of things. And then I feel like Boban didn't get as many minutes as he's supposed to have gotten. Boban could have been the sixth man coming off the bench. So if he doesn't, this coming up season, if he doesn't get the minutes that he deserves, there's going to be a problem. I'm going to go crazy because Boban is a mismatch all day on defense and on offense. Let's just be real. A lot of inconsistency, guys. I feel like Reggie Bullock could have got more minutes. Darren Hilliard, he still needs to develop. Who knows if he'll develop into a good shooting guard. There's just a lot of inconsistency, guys. Even with coaching. Stan Van Gundy, went away from the 4 out, 1 in because he didn't know what to do anymore. What he wanted was not working, guys. It was not working at all. So we really, in my opinion, we need to revamp this roster and we need to kill some of this huge salary because we were a top 5 salary in the NBA and we didn't even make the playoffs. Let's just be real. So there's something needs to be done with Reggie and something needs to be done with Drummond, maybe even John Lure, who's making $30 million. Keep Boban because he's a fan favorite and he still hasn't gotten the minutes that he needed. Contavious Caldwell-Pope's probably going to get paid. How are we going to be able to afford him when the Pistons said that they will match any offer? Let's be real, guys. Is he worth $100 million for being that inconsistent this season? Probably not. Probably not. But the NBA with the salary going up, he's probably going to get paid. To give you guys something about the draft, we need shooting. Pistons need shooting and defense. So I'm going to give you my draft predictions right now. And, hopefully we can get these guys. But number one, I would dress the point guard position. There's a guy out there from France named Frank Nikanina. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm pretty sure none of you guys know how to. Really good player in France, 18, 19 years old. Man, 6'5", with a 6'11" wingspan, can play D, he can facilitate, and he can shoot. We could use a guy like him. If we can't get a guy like him, and if we can get a steal, I would rather get Dennis Smith. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be there because he's easily a top 3 point guard in the draft, but we're probably not going to get him. But if he falls, take him. Another guy I wanted to look at to develop into a shooting guard, and he could be a small forward because he's that long, is Terrence Ferguson out of Australia. This guy is 6'7". He's a sharpshooter. You can develop him into a Contavious Caldwell-Pope. His game is kind of similar to Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Look out for him. And if any of those guys aren't available, I would go after a guy like Jarrett Allen out of Texas. This guy reminds me of Miles Turner for the Pacers. Really good post game down low. A little bit slow. He needs to get a little bit quicker, and he can shoot the mid-range jump shot, guys. I'll be looking forward to the lottery tonight. Let me know what you think. Hopefully we get a good pick as far as where we're going to be at. But the projections that how it looks is saying that we're going to get the 12th pick. Hopefully we can get higher than that. We'll see what happens, guys. Let me know what you think. My name is Maurice Lewis. You can follow me on all social medias. Let me know. Hit me up. I'm out.